Oh, we don't, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Getting Julie. I'm Will, and I'm getting adjusted and getting settled, but this is the lunchtime stream, so of course we are going to get a quick game in. Oh, I noticed I still have my music muted from my extra life video I recorded last night, or today, or I don't know when I recorded it. I'm kind of confused now. It's been a long week, and it's only Wednesday, but of course we are supporting Extra Life. I don't know why the chat bot did not react to my Marvel Echoes post there. Either way, if you want to support Children's Miracle Network, there's always a link in the detailed description below. That said, let's go ahead and flip over. We are going to try out some Commander Solo, which I've never done, and we're not talking about Commander Solo from Star Wars. that is not who we are doing today. Zoom high, zoom high. There we go. So we are zoomed high, so we can go over this. So the special setup for this is we have to put this kidnapping card in play, and there is a starting master plan deck. Now, something unique with their master plan deck, it's a very big deck. It didn't explain how to set this deck up, but the special rule mentions these joke cards. So my assumption is they all get mixed in. Let me do one more glance through the rulebook, but I don't remember seeing it say how to set up Joker and Poison Ivy. Place the mission, choose the villain, special setup on the back side, flips to the dashboard, health tokens, tracker, 6 locations, threat cards, threat tokens, punchline. Yeah. So no, it doesn't. Master plan deck. Yeah, it doesn't really give an example of that because they're just generic rules. So my assumption is that's how this works, that both of them get mixed in together, because I see no other way that we will use that deck of cards. So the Joker, I can't read that because it's so tiny and far away. Let's slide you down a little bit first. All right, so in the Joker, on a BAM, the Joker in each adjacent location move. There is a move 1 civilian to the kidnapping card. Heroes there with 3 or more cards in hand must also discard 1 from random. So, in Jokers in each adjacent location, move 1 civilian there to the kidnap. Ooh. Each time there are 3 or more civilians here, discard 3 of these tokens, then draw a master card plan and place it face down on the storyline. Okay, so that's how he's going to get those joke cards out. Overflow, draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So again, that's how you get those jokes out. On Harley, her BAM, if Joker is not in Harley Quinn's or an adjacent location, accelerate the next villain by 1 turn. If they are under pressure, then instead move Harley Quinn clockwise to the next location with heroes and then deal 2 damage to a single hero. No overflow for her, but the special rules, and this is where this comes in, when resolving the master plan cards, first apply the Joker's movement and BAM, then Harley Quinn's, and then the thugs and civilians are added, referring to where Harley Quinn is in her location. Then when the Joker or Harley Quinn are defeated, they remain in play and act normally. Heroes only win once both are KO'd or defeated. If there is a KO, we draw another master plan card, play it face down the storyline, then turn the earliest face down joke master plan card. So if there's a joke that is face down, then that will get flipped over, and then resolve any special effects. So the joke cards can be played, I'm assuming both ways, just depending whether or not it goes face down or face up, and how we're going to resolve that. Not having cardboard tiles, I miss them. I miss my cardboard tiles. Maybe I must be a little bit crooked there. All right, there we go. The threats are all the same. Masters of Disguise. Villains can... Oh, I took it off to show you guys. Can't be damaged in the location if there's any thugs or civilians there. So basically, a location has to be clear, or of course, the threat card has to be clear. So the next thing is our hero setup. So for our hero setup, we take the 4 heroes. There's 4 in the box, so you can do this with the default box. It says if you're playing as Superman, or playing against Superman, then of course you can't use Superman. So it says what you'll do is instead of taking 3 of each special card, you'll do 4 of each special card. I can tell you that in each one of these decks, there is a card that almost is useless for playing in this mode, because the ability would not have interacted in one way or another. Either it would not interact with the game, depending on which person you're going up against, or it would not interact with the character, right? Like Catwoman has one, if you saw in our last playthrough, where she takes another equipment card. Well, I'm only Batman, so I'm just Batman, so it's only one equipment card. So during our turn, this acts very similar to a team deck. We can choose to choose this card or our card. If it is the turn after the villain, it must be our card. The second thing is you get 2 points, basically, to get these extra abilities. There's 2 sets of cards. There's 1-point cards, which is, I've got 2 1-point cards, so I can show off more of these cards. And then there's a 2-point card. I think it should have been 3 points, personally. I guess as a house rule, if you want to make the game easier, you can make it 3 points. Because I feel like it's kind of, if you only get 1 2-point card, it's not as fun, right? And if you got a 2 and a 1, then maybe it'd be a little bit better. Or if they threw in some 0-point cards, maybe. I don't know. But there we are. We are set up for this solo game. Again, all of the custom things are from Minis from Mars. So of course, there's a link down below if you want to get these little custom guys in your game. And I would imagine he has already got things planned for DC when it comes out, right? So he's probably just waiting until that actually gets released, because it doesn't make sense to do right now. He could proxy a Poison Ivy, but there's really no reason to, because you can get a Poison Ivy. I guess if we never get the game, then he would make a proxy Poison Ivy. All right, so we have to go villain first. So this is their starting master plan card. This is probably going to have a lot more for me to keep up with. All right, so it says move Joker first, 1, 2, 3. So he always ends up in our location. He is going to bam. In Joker, in each adjacent location where there is a civilian, add 1 to each card. So luckily there is only 1, because that is the only one that has a civilian. Oh, no, there's a civilian here. So he kidnapped 2 civilians. All right. Heroes there with 3 or more cards in hand must discard 1 random card from there. Oh, this is not going to be good. If we get rid of our starting card, that's not going to be good. Okay, I've got to kind of close my eyes, because I can see the back of that card being my starting card, and it wouldn't be very random. So that's the card I'm discarding. Whew! It was not my starting card. Because the starting card basically lets me refresh my equipment every single turn. All right, so that was Joker's. Now we have Harley. Harley moves nowhere. On her bam, if the Joker is not in Harley Quinn's or an adjacent location, which we knew it was not going to be, like this card immediately accelerates. Like the starting card is guaranteed to accelerate, because Harley would not be next to Joker, because he moved 3 times. So we are already accelerating. There's an escape. Add 1 thug to every location. Ooh. Oh, already. Look at this. That is crazy. It has been a breakout at the asylum. Thugs are just going everywhere. Thug there. Thug there. And thug there. Holy cow, that's new. I don't know if any of the Marvel ones have that, where they escape from every location. Holy cow. All right. We do need to accelerate. Oh no, accelerate the villains by 1 turn. So we're basically going to get to go twice. So he is going to go there. All right, Batman, what can you do? All right. Here's a question. I don't remember if I don't draw, if I decide to use those cards, like the team deck. Let me just double check that. Okay, on your turn, resolve the normal sequence, acting every turn. Play a regular turn by drawing a card instead of drawing a card. Yeah, so it is identical to the team decks. So I have a wild. I want to play this. I know I want to play this because I want to get this out as soon as possible. I don't know if Joker has things that are going to flip over my cards, but I want this back gadget because I wasn't sure of that, I have this one here. Once during each of your turns, you may discard 2 action tokens to flip a face down card back up. That's why I use that as one of my, what do they call them? Battle plans. That way, just in case he flips this over, I can flip it back up. So we're going to do that. That gives us a wild. I guess we could put it up top like that. That gives us a wild. Maybe I'll do this instead. Let's move Joker 1. There we go. Move everything down 1. All right, so that gives us a wild action. And then recharge up to 2 of your equipment cards at the end of your turn or gain a token. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to recharge. So in your turn, move 1 thug or civilian from adjacent location to your location, then turn this face down. I don't know if I want to move anybody, and this prevents my damage. But I do want to use my batarang. So I'm going to use my batarang to do a punch to an adjacent location. Yeah, I don't see a reason to, well, I mean, either way I would have 1 spot, right? If I move it there, there's 1 spot. If I leave it there, it's 1 spot. So it really doesn't help me. If I move the civilian, then if, say he moves 2, he wouldn't be able to get 2 civilians. So maybe I do that. Let's go ahead and take the civilian with my grapple. Put that there. Now this is kind of cool. Also happy to see battle plans getting some love. They're fun to use. Yeah, I think honestly, you know, I'd throw them into a regular game. I just think they'd be fun. How you doing, Steve? So this one recharge, right? If I didn't play a card with a move, it recharges. But another thing is, once per game, I can just simply say, because I'm Batman, and recharge it. But again, I kind of, his recharge things are kind of, I get to do it for free anyways, right? So it's like, you know, why not? So I don't want him to kidnap people. So I think the best thing is to kind of work on both of these right now. Because doing these don't do anything right now because I can't damage them anyways. All right, so for our second turn, look at the top card of Master Plan deck. You can put it at the bottom. Stunning Deception. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. So I could do that. That gives me a move and a wild. I think maybe we'll do that. Let's go ahead and stun. The stun effect. I've not used a stun effect. I don't think I've ever played a character with a stun effect. On the back, where do they put the stun effects at? Here we go. Stun. No, that's invulnerable. Stunned. Oh, they want you to use the BAM token. That's weird. Got to put a BAM token. I grabbed the invulnerable token. The invulnerable token looks more like a stun. It cancels BAM. Okay. If an effect attaches a stun token to a villain or henchman, place the stun token over their BAM text. During the next villain turn, that BAM effect is canceled, and the token is discarded at the end of the villain turn. What do you do if there is their own BAM is canceled? Any BAM on threat cards is still active. So I'm guessing any BAM effect for, yeah, because I can only put it on Joker. So basically, Joker's would be canceled. He's not going to get any more civilians, but Harley would still activate. Okay. Oh, okay. So it says no BAM. That makes sense why it's a no BAM. All right. So we're going to do that. That does allow us to draw a Superman card. So we went ahead and stunned. We get to move and a wild. So let's go down here. We use the wild to defeat a thug. Oh, I forgot. At the end of my, and now it's, sorry. Then at the end of my turn, I would have had this flipped over and this flipped over. So now we're going to flip this over again for that one. And we're going to flip this one over again. Or no. I don't think there's a reason to flip that one over. And I don't need to ignore damage right now, so that's it. End of my turn, we flip this back over again. Batman and his gadgets. Only one character BAM is canceled. Okay, yeah. Steve says I got it. That's why Steve's here. When you play a supporting hero, you may forfeit all of its actions and special effects to gain two wild tokens. So you can also just basically, you're playing it as a blank card to get 2 wild tokens to use later. That's my better preparation. All right, so he does have to go. We're going to cancel his BAM, but he does go 3. 1, 2, 3. Him and Harley are hanging out. Harley is running away from Joker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are you running away from your pudding? You like your pudding. Go back. Bam. They are not in the same spots, so she's going to accelerate again. So 1, 2, 3. The Clown. If there are one or more heroes in the Joker's or adjacent locations, draw a master plan card, place it face down. So if there are one or more heroes, they are not, so that does not take effect. All right, and then where Harley is, we are adding a thug. We're adding 2 civilians. So this one of them said something about if you add more civilians than thugs, I think maybe it was one of the plan cards, you get to do something. And I'm like, when does that ever happen? Normally it's all the same thing. Here's an example. Oh, that was almost an overflow. Almost an overflow. All right. And this one's kind of nice. Now this is where me and Derek were having about who was I playing? Callisto. About the fact that they use a target icon down here. This makes way more sense. The actual villain's icon on this, and then the target icon should only be used for associating movement. Would have made way more sense. All right. So we need to get over here. We have to get over here. So we have 1 movement. I don't know how I'm going to go. That's what, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I do have a defeat all. Yeah, see, this is perfect. Defeat all in my location. Heat vision. During any of your turns, flip this card over, punch, split as you like in yours and adjacent locations. It gives me an action. My Batarang, I already know my Batarang can get rid of one of these guys. I've got a wild, so if I went move wild, I could use my Batarang to clear one in there. Or I could move here, get one guy in here. Well, no, I don't think I want to put one here. Again, I don't know where Harley's going to go. I don't think I want to use either of these. So let's go ahead and draw a card. Aha! You can't escape the Batman that easy. Next villain turn, villains and henchmen in your location can't leave it. Ooh, which means he would stay here. But there is a civilian there that he would abduct if I don't move him. If I do Harley, if I go this way instead to Harley, she wouldn't leave. She would bam. But then the hope would be that Joker ends up here or here. It's 1, 2, 3. And if he does go 3, well, he'd still get a civilian. But this gives me a move and a punch. It gives me more things to do. Otherwise, I'm just doing move. I'm doing move. I'm throwing this here to take. Or I move, and then just take out 2 there with my gadgets. Yeah, I don't think I want either one of them to get stuck where they are. Yeah, I don't think I want either one to get stuck where they are, so we're gonna do the wild. Now I did have to remove the double wild. I forgot to mention that. Commander does make you remove the double wild. So we're gonna do what I said. We're gonna move. We're going to punt. We're gonna throw our Batarang. Yeah, we're gonna use our Batarang to get rid of this thug. And then we're going to use our grappling hook to bring this civilian over here. Again, I'm hoping that he moves. Oh, I keep forgetting this. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are no heroes here, add 1 thug to this location. Oh, I was missing this. So we've had 2 BAMs, right? Yeah. And I was not in this location twice. So hang on, this has got to go back here. My Batarang is still fine, but she would have added 1 here on the previous turn. The first turn, she would have added 1 here. I forgot she was down here. I thought they were all Master of Disguise because that's what I said at the beginning. Easy to forget. Yeah, Steve says he forgot her too. So yeah, so she would have added one there. Then she would have added another one. There would have been an overflow. So we would have added, well, this one there would have been an overflow. So this would have been here. So now we have a joke card in the plan. So, oh, I forgot. I got one more turn to go. So I was planning that he had to go next, but I've got one more turn. So, does that change what I want to do? I think it does. I think instead of throwing the batarang here, right? I think I would have, when I was here, I would have thrown the batarang here. Yeah, I would have thrown the batarang here. So that just cancels each other out. The grappling hook. Let's see. What am I going to play next turn? Next turn I have defeat all thugs in my location. That's going to accelerate quick if I do that. I mean, I'm in a good spot for that because there's 3 here. So maybe I don't defeat this one. Maybe I leave him here and I threw my batarang when I was here. Yeah. No. I don't know. I do get a move here. And I get a single punch. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Batman must finish an additional move to enter this location when using a move action during his turn. I'm not using a move action, I'm using a wild action. Is that the same thing? Does a wild count as a move? It specifically says move action. So I think that means I'm using that move one, right? Well, yeah, very easy to retcon when luckily it's only like the 3rd turn. Batman must spend an additional move to enter this location when using move actions. It doesn't say wild actions. So now I'm confused. That's like one of those like nitpicky rules that some people would have, right? Because if I can't move in there without spending another move, then that kind of might change what I do. You still need another move. Okay. So let's go back to doing that then. Wild grants you a move. Yeah, so basically wild just turns into that icon. I was trying to make it easier on myself because, all right, so that's fine. Well, we retconned our retcon, and then we retconned the retcon that retconned, and now we've retconned our retcon. Just like the DC universe, they're comics. They've retconned themselves to infinity and beyond, and have rebooted a half dozen times. I don't even know if I'm playing as Batman anymore. It might even not even be Bruce Wayne at this point. So that's fine. I know I'm not going to use either of these cards because I'm going to use this get rid of all of the thugs card. So we're not moving right now, so we are going to do this one. Into my turn, I did get this refreshed and this refreshed. All right, so we are defeating everybody here. This is accelerating quick. There's so many thugs on the board, though. So many thugs on the board. And then I have one additional, I have a wild and a punch. So let's go ahead and use our batarang to get rid of him. He's going to accelerate. He's accelerated anyways, so fine. We'll complete that. Let's use our grappling hook to bring this over. Let's use the wild to get rid of this one. And then use our punch to punch her. She had 3. There was no way I was going to defeat her anyway, so I was still going to end up taking the damage. Anyway, unfortunately, I can't stay on the live stream, but I'm back and watch the video later. Cool to see you here, Steve. I've been watching through the Megaverse crossover campaign. Yep, thanks for coming out. At least saying hi. Make sure you hit that thumbs up before you head out the door. I appreciate it. Megaverse is in a little bit of a hiatus right now because I need to paint somebody else's minis. But once I get that done, I should be starting back up my Megaverse. I did this because it's Harley Quinn month. I don't know if everybody knows that February is Harley Quinn month because that was the month she came out in the cartoon, I guess. All right, so that was everything, right? We did punch. We got rid of everybody. That was a pretty good turn, all things considered. All right, so Joker moves 1. He bams. So his bam is he's going to take civilians. There are none. We're good. Harley moves 1, 2. She bams. If Joker is not adjacent, then she will accelerate. He is. So the acceleration does not happen. Oh, no, wait a minute. I canceled his bam. So this was the worst time for his bam to be canceled. Dang it. Because there was nothing for him to do anyways. Actually, no, sorry. His bam would have been canceled here. His bam would have been canceled here, right? So that would have been, and actually I didn't activate this anyways, but his bam would have been canceled here. Where was this civilian? I think it was here, right? But it doesn't matter. Now on this turn, he's actually going, I forgot that last turn. Dang it. So much to keep track of. All right, so now that's there. Each time there are 3 or more here, discard 3 of the tokens, and then draw the master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So, all right. So much to keep track of. All right, so she moved 2. She's next to him. Nothing happens. The criminal. If there are 4 more thugs in play, there are draw a master card, plan card, and place it face down. Holy cow. All right, Harley is adding civilians everywhere this time. So 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here. There we go. That was a lot. At least he's not accelerated this time. And then she bams. So she does 2 damage to 1. Oops, I forgot these refreshed at the end of my turn. She deals 1 damage to me. I block with my gauntlets, which means I only discard 1 card. I got a move and an action, or I have a move and a punch. I kind of need the actions now more than the punches because I need to rescue civilians or clear these threats. Although a punch will let me punch her. But do I want to move? What is this? During any of your turns, flip this card to punch, split as you like in yours and adjacent locations. So I might actually do Superman's card on this next turn anyways, because that'll get rid of her and this. And then I have another punch though. But it's his and adjacent locations, so I can punch in one of these locations too. So let's get rid of the villain can't leave. Let's do that one. All right. So that resolved everything. So my turn. I'm not going to draw a card. We are going to play Superman. So Superman, we are going to do an action to rescue. We're going to do a punch to punch, which is that. Then we're going to flip this over to punch, which gets rid of her. This goes here. And we get to punch in an adjacent location. They're pretty much easy. I can't get into this one, so we'll punch there. This one's just a pain to get into. So that is that. That is that. All right, end of turn. You may reveal the bottom card of the master plan deck. If the total villain movement is even, delay the villain by 1, unless already delayed. In any case, place the card face down in the storyline. That's fine. He's got tons of cards. Oh, but it was a joke card. Dang it. All right. So if it's even, and they're both odd. So, yeah. So he's not delayed. In either case, we do place it face down. That is our first joke card. What makes the joke cards happen? When does he do the joke card? Joker Harley Quinn is defeated? No. Draw master plan card added to the storyline, then turn the earliest. Okay, so it's when I get KO'd. He draws the joke cards. Harley, yeah. So I think that's the only time he does the joke card, is basically if I get KO'd, which I'm kind of close to getting KO'd. All right. Then we're going to do our handy dandy. Oh, forgot. End of my turn. Before the end of my turn, I should have done this. I should have got rid of him. Right? It only lets me recharge 2 of my gadgets, so I'm not going to use the grappling hook this time. Right? So then it's end of my turn now. So let's flip this one over. flip this one over. And we get to go again, right? We've only gone once. Because he is accelerated now, so no matter what, we're under pressure. Oh, Harley now, since he's under pressure. Move Harley Quinn. Oh, hang on. He was under pressure during this last one, wasn't he? Yes. So move Harley Quinn clockwise to location with any heroes, which she did. And she would have done 2 damage to me there. And then she would have done 2 damage to me too. Oh, dang it. We're going to have to retcon some stuff. All right, so she would have knocked me out. Which, again, is not the end of the world because this joke card would not have been here yet. So she would have actually knocked me out. The combination of these two would have knocked me out. Then I would have revived with 3 cards I would not have drawn because I was still playing the Superman card. Right? And then I would have done everything I still did, so that doesn't change because I played the Superman card. Mentoring. If Robin is about to be KO'd, so again, that's a card that is useless for me. All right. I got to remember, she does this now instead of that. So it no longer accelerates, so I can get rid of that token because it no longer accelerates. Now it is just, she moves to the next location with any heroes and she deals 2 damage. So she's always going to chase me down and do 2 damage. Ignore me, I remembered incorrectly. What my bad, I remembered incorrectly. The needing another move? Or is the... And one thing I don't... And Steve, you probably have the same problem. The one thing I hate about OBS, and really YouTube in general, is it doesn't use live chat. It uses top chat, right? So sometimes things get very out of order in the chat for me. It's very annoying. All right, so now back to Batman. We did get espionage. Look at the top card of the deck. You may put it at the bottom. All right, so this doesn't do me any good except for a punch. I got to move in a punch, and I got a punch. All I got is punches. I need actions. Batman, why do you not have actions? And I have no action because I flipped this card over for Superman. So I need to do actions. I need to either rescue or get rid of these. So we're going to draw a card. That's exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed. All right. So give a wild token to any hero. Batman is any hero, so Batman gets a wild token. I can only have 3. Always change to live before each stream. That's annoying. Yeah, there should be a way to set it as the default. Like, why would you ever want it to be top? Like, even for people coming in, like people that are coming in to view the stream, like, why would they want it to be the top chat? It makes no sense. So I get to move and an action. And I don't have 2 moves, right? So let's move here. Action. I think the civilians are more important than trying to complete these locations, right? Well, I need to get rid of these because otherwise I can't do anything. All right, so that's a moving in action. I must have the mat higher than usual because I'm actually able to put the cards down here in the bottom. Usually I can't. Maybe big channels need top chat just maybe because they have so much chat happening like at one time. All right, so let's use our Batarang because we're always going to use our Batarang. We'll get rid of this guy. And then I need to keep this because she's going to keep coming after me. She's going to keep hitting me with her mallet, right? Instead, move Harley Quinn clockwise to the next location with any heroes and deal 2 damage. Yeah, she's so I basically cannot use my grapple anymore. I have to use my armored gauntlets every turn, so she only does 1 damage to me. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, 1, 2, so it is their turn. All right, what's happening? All right, Jokey is going twice. 1, 2. Bam. So he does take this. And then Harley is moving 1 anyways and still bamming. So she's going to do 1 damage to me. This is, I mean, I can't, Robin's not here. So this single punch doesn't do me any good. So we'll get rid of that. And we are ignoring a damage. And this would have been flipped over at the end of my turn. The Clown. If there are 1 or more heroes in the Joker's or adjacent locations, we're not. So we're good. All right, she is going to add 2 civilians, 1, 2, and she's going to add 1 thug to each side. Thug and a thug. Thug for you, thug for you. There we go. All right, Harley. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I have a move and an action. So we're going to do what we always do. We're going to use our batarang to get rid of, doesn't really matter which one. And then, so we can get another action, and we can look at that joke card. I need at least 3 actions. I got 1 on my turn. I can move and do an action, which would just be 2 on this one. I have the wild, which means I could complete it. I think I could complete this one with the wild too. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do Robin. I think I'm going to do Robin. We're going to play this. That allows me to look at the top card in the deck. You may put it at the bottom. So he is going to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I move here, he doesn't do anything to me, but he would be taking these 2 guys. Harley's going to go 1, and then she's just going to come back to me anyways. So Harley, I almost ignore her movement now because she's just going to always come to me since it's solo. Bam. Isn't it depressing to be so alone? Each hero alone in their location must discard 1 card from their hand or add a... Oh, wow. So in a solo game, this is guaranteed to happen. I'm thinking all the joke cards like, man, I got 3 more joke cards coming up. I'm imagining all the joke cards are going to be like this. The problem is I want to get rid of this. And if I don't, he's going to get 2. He's going to get 3. He's going to put a joke face down. Is adding a joke face down the worst of the worst? She's still going to do damage to me. I don't think it is. Actually, he's only going to add 1. So he's not going to add a joke yet because he only adds 1. This is fine. I'm fine with that. He's going to add a thug there, but it's not going to over. Oh no, it will overflow. Sorry. No, I'll get an overflow if I don't rescue one of these guys. So yeah, let's put this. I might still get an overflow. Harley could add 2. Has she ever added 2? Yeah, she's added 2 there. She added 2 there. Oh, so I can't complete this turn. I could move here and then she comes after me. But he takes move 1 thug from, yeah, so from each jokers and each adjacent. So if I move here, then Joker's only going to take 1. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to move now. Because then she'll just put 1 in that location. Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep it. All right, so we are going to move instead. Then we're going to use all 3 actions plus the wild to clear this. Guess I should have checked to see what the end of turn effects were. You may discard a card either to recharge or gain one of your equipment cards. Yeah, but see, I'd have to discard a card, and she's going to hit me, so I can't afford to discard a card. So end of turn, recharge. Yeah, guess that's where we are. Yeah, I think that's where we are. All right, so Joker is going to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's coming to hang out with me. And then he's going to bam, which means he's taking this guy. He's kidnapping that civilian. Then she's going to go 1, which was to me anyways. Her bam now does 2 damage. We block 1 damage. And we discard the single punch. I didn't realize I needed double movement. Otherwise, I probably should have picked a different equipment card. Yeah, Batman does have an equipment card that allows him to get an extra move. All right. Being lonely. If each hero is alone in their location, I'm technically not alone, right? Because the bad guys are with me. Do they have a definition for alone? That's a new keyword, isn't it? Keywords. Where is the keyword alone? Some effects may refer to being alone. A hero is alone if there's no other heroes in the same location as. A hero is sharing a location with the villain is still considered to be alone. Dang it! So yeah, we get a thug. Dang it! All right. So, and then she adds civilians everywhere. So we didn't overflow, but it was close. We almost had 2 overflows. All right, I got a lot of work to do to get these civilians saved, and I got to clear out the rest of these. So, okay. So I could ignore Huntress. I've only got 1 card though, and he's going to reveal this joke. If I get KO'd, I'm going to get KO'd next turn. No matter what, I'm getting KO'd next turn. Yeah. Guaranteed to get KO'd next turn because she's going to do 2 damage to me again. Wow, that acceleration sucks. Oh, man. Okay. I'm getting knocked out no matter what. So, I have an action. I have a move and a punch. Motivated by vengeance, if you defeat 2 or more thugs or a henchman this turn, at the end of the turn, you may gain 1 token. So I can't do that because I've got my batarang would be 1 and then her punch would be 2. And then I have an action, but the action will rescue that civilian there. Right? Yeah, let's do it. So let's do Huntress. We're going to do the action to save the civilian. We're going to do a punch in this location. We're going to use our batarang to do this location. And do I want to use the grapple? I don't want to use the grapple. Technically, I could use the grapnel because, again, me blocking doesn't do any good. So let's do that. Let's use the grapnel. And we're going to grapple this guy over here. And that was everything, right? So I defeated 2, so I can get a action token or a punch. Batman seems to have a lot of punch. I don't know why. I figure, he'd be more calculating. So we will get an action token, I think. Now, I could have done this. I didn't think about this, but I could have done this. I could have KO'd myself. Could have self-KO'd, and then use the shield to block. But I would. Well, no, I wouldn't. She wouldn't actually damage me because I don't stand back up until my turn. So. This would be better than her knocking me out, right? Because if she knocks me out, I don't get a benefit. I just get knocked out. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and discard my last card to get a wild token, which does knock me out. On a KO, draw a master plan card added face down to the storyline. Oh. Sorry, I never put that in the storyline. So this gets face down on the storyline. Then the earliest face down joke happens. So joke happens. He goes 3, 1, 2, 3. Bam. So he's going to do 1 here, 1 here. Get rid of 3. And joke goes in the storyline. This might not have been a good idea, Will. She would move 5, but she comes to here. She's right there. She's bam, doesn't do anything because I'm already dead. Your toys won't help you. Each hero must turn one of their face-up equipment cards face down or discard 1 action token. Ew. So, we're going to say, because I'm Batman, boop, boop. Because I'm Batman. All right. And then she is adding thugs everywhere. You get a thug. You get a thug. You get a thug. Everybody gets a thug. Yeah, weirdly enough, it makes sense to KO yourself. Although now after all this, I'm half debating, was that a good idea? So that was that card. Now it's their actual turn. So that wasn't even their turn. That was still finishing my KO. So, joke card. He goes 2, 1, 2. Bam. So 1, 2. Gonna put another one face down. These go away. Although he is taking all my civilians to rescue. She goes 4. She isn't going to go 4 because her ban is just going to make her go where I am. Uncivilized people. In each location with 2 or more civilians, deal 1 damage to the hero there and move 1 to being kidnapped. Well, luckily, Joker did our job for us because he got rid of all the civilians. So now she is going to add 1 here, 1 here. She's adding 2 here, which does cause an overflow. Overflow, draw master plan card, add it face down. Yeah. Yeah. That was madness. You want me to now more? Yeah. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta get the baby chair out of our friend's car. All right, we're back. Baby seat is in the house. Baby is not happy though because her friend had to go home, so now she's sad because her friend went home. All right, where were we? We were having Harley Quinn beat up on us while we were already knocked down. So we get to stand back up. We get to draw back to 3 cards. 3. All right, so we need to move. What do I have? That was a huge line there. What do I have? I have a punch. Oh, the end of my turn, I forgot to recharge these too. Either way, I still use the I Am Batman on that one. All right, so I have an action, a wild, I need to move up there. I need to clear that out. Need to get those gone. So, detective skills. During any of your turns, flip this card to look at the top card of the master plan deck and put it on the bottom. So we do have a move and an action. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's draw another card, which is another move and an action. So, move and an action. So we're going to move. We're going to use our Batarang to get rid of that thug. We're going to spend an action plus our 2 tokens. 1, 2, 3 to get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. That may not have been. Oh no, I didn't need to do both. I forgot. No, I had a punch here, and then we're gonna punch that guy. I was like, wait a minute, this is gonna overflow. All right. If there's another hero in this location, you may gain a punch token. That kind of sucks for solo. That really sucks for solo. Oh man. All right. Well, we get to go again. So, what do we do? Just we get clear out another one? I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go here, clear out another one. So we have a move and an action. We have another move and an action, but that's not gonna clear that out. If I do, let's do our so into my turn. Wait, did I do this? Yeah, I did that. So we'll just refresh that. Refresh that. Let's do the better preparation. I can play a card to the thing, ignore its effects. We're going to ignore the espionage. We're going to ignore the punch. That gets us 2 wild tokens. So we can move, do 2 wild tokens plus the 3rd action, which completes that one. So that is done. All right. Now we can start beating up on them after she comes and beats up on me like usual. Oh, I use my Batarang to get rid of that guy. Yep. End of turn effect. If there's another hero. Oh, wow. You can't use any of these in solo. Hang on. It did say something about in solo. It says if there is another hero and you are the other hero. Any effect that refers to another refers to you. Any effect that refers to another hero refers to the main hero. Okay, so basically if I am in this location, I get a punch token. Cool. If I am in this location, I get a action token. Okay, I'm about to say, because that would break the locations. Because these are the only locations that came in the box. All right, that makes sense. Jokey's turn. What do they got left? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to do... Luckily, Harley's going to come to me. So I don't have to worry about Harley. She's coming to me. I'm going to be able to punch her in the face all day long. It's Joker I have to worry about coming to me on one of these 3 locations. So we have 4 cards left. 4 cards left. All right. Jokey. 1, 2, 3. Come to me, Joker. Come be my friend. He does take these 2 guys, though. Harley does not matter what it says on her card. She is now coming here. She is doing 2 damage. Oh, forgot to flip this over. Bam. Flip that over to block 1. Discard the flip master plan card. I don't care about that. Oh, forgot to bring Robin back in. Robin, come help me out. All right, so that's that. You're too serious. If the Joker is in the same location as Batman, he is, or an adjacent one, draw a master plan card. Oh, that was just not. I was like, yay, he came to me. But can I do 6 damage? This turn, treat each punch in the previous hero card as 2 punches. So 2, 3. This turn, treat your punch. Oh, this one actually would give me plus a move, but I don't need to move. So Catwoman would give me 2, 3. I'd have 3 with Cat playing Catwoman. I'd have 3 punches. I'd be able to take out Joker or Harley Quinn. The problem is they still activate and do their thing. That's the only problem. They're still. Oh wait, man, I get 2 turns. What am I talking about? They came right to me. What am I talking about? This is no problem. I'm like trying to plan this whole thing out. They came right to me, so I'm gonna be able to take both of them out before they get to go. Take them both out before they get to go. At least I think I can. I think I can. It's like the little choo-choo train. So I think I am going to. Oh no. So the first card after a villain has to be my card. Have I been doing that? No, I already messed that up, so this game is completely invalid. I've already messed that up. Okay, so the first one after a villain's turn has to be me. So we will go ahead and do this. If Robin is about to be KO'd, no. So we do want to punch, though. We don't want to move. They can't move. I'm going to play this. You can't escape from Batman, which doesn't matter. And then we're going to punch, punch, punch. That's 3 punches. And Joker is no mas. All right. Then on our next turn, we are going to do Catwoman, which is 2 punches on Batman's card, plus her 1 punch is punch, punch, punch. That's it. We win. We win with the technicality, though, because like I said, I did mess up earlier. I played this investigation card after the villain's turn, and I should not have done that. I probably at that point in time had an action token. Here, let's use my last action token. I probably had an action token, so it probably would not have been that big of a deal. But there we go. That was Commander Solo. That's rough. Commander Solo is a little bit tougher than I was expecting, because especially in this one, because Harley kept coming after me, right? I know the Discord doesn't like this fight, but I enjoy them way more than Superman. Yeah, I think it was kind of nice that it was Solo with Harley, because she always kept coming to Batman. Batman has his gauntlets to keep blocking every single time that she comes in. Oh, technically, I could have moved and threw a battering at him too. Battering. You guys couldn't see it because I threw it this time. No, I thought this was neat. I like the Commander Solo. I think is kind of fun. It's not something I would play that often. I do like controlling 3 characters, but I guess for those that don't want to control 3 characters, it does give a nice variation. But I assume, just like most games, the solos aren't always tuned for everything. So there's probably a lot of the villains that this won't work on. As somebody mentioned, don't play Hush on Commander, so that's why I decided to do this one on Commander, because I guess Hush is impossible on Commander. Actually, I think it was Tiv, right? Tivis, I think you told me that. There we go, guys. That is the DC United for the game. How you feel? It's really fun, but having a team is more fun. Yeah, okay, it was Tivis that told me. But yeah, so that is this. We are going to play the last one on Friday. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notify me on that live stream. That way you guys know when I go live. Again, it's lunchtime, 12 o'clock, unless I get delayed from work. If you want to watch more Megaverse content, let me know in the comments where we should go on our Megaverse trip. If you want to see some other game in my collection, we have those. Make sure you let me know in the comments which game you'd like to see from my collection. And last but not least, and the most important, para los niños, we are doing our Extra Life fundraising. While I'm playing a game, you of course can affect the game. We have some game changers, including for Megaverse or any game like this game here. You could have just basically said, accelerate Joker, or you could have said, give yourself a wild token. Whatever you want to do. That's your choice. That's a donation. Or if you want to get some of our board game collection, well, we're giving our board game collection away. So go out there and donate para los niños. Until next time, guys. Peace.